When people first come here, they often think this is about relaxation, or sound, or stress relief. And yes, those things do happen. But what we are doing here really is much bigger than that. What we are really doing is helping the body and the nervous system shift into a different state, a state where the body can regulate, repair, learn, and change. Most people today are living almost entirely in their minds, thinking, planning, worrying, rushing, and they are very disconnected from their bodies. When we live like that for years, the nervous system stays in stress. The body tightens, breathing changes, circulation changes, and over time, the body loses its ability to regulate itself well. So the work here is really about bringing people back into their bodies, calming the nervous system, and helping the brain and body learn how to work together again. When you come in, everything we do is actually in a sequence, and each step has a purpose. We usually start with relaxation, the feet, and sometimes PEMF. This first step tells the nervous system that it is safe to slow down. The feet are very sensory and very connected to the nervous system, so this helps the body begin to relax and come out of stress mode. Then we move into the somatic listening chair. This is where we begin to shift attention from thinking to feeling, from the mind into the body. Most people have never really learned how to feel their body, so this is where awareness starts. After that, we use the vibroacoustic lounger. This uses low vibrations and sound through the body to help relax fascia, move fluids, calm the nervous system, and help the body settle and regulate. With this last step, we move into what we call the neurosomatic soundscapes. This is where we use specially designed sound to help the brain and body shift into different states, where deeper awareness, emotional processing, and integration can happen. The soundscapes are not just music or relaxation sounds. They are designed very carefully. They use low vibration for the body and fascia, nature sounds to signal safety to the nervous system, movement of sound to keep the brain engaged, and different frequency layers that help the brain and nervous system shift into slower, more regulated states. The goal is not to force anything, but to create an environment where the brain and body can reorganize and regulate naturally. All of this work is organized into something we call awakening the lattice. The lattice is a path of developing different kinds of intelligence that we were never really taught growing up. The four main areas are somatic intelligence, learning to feel and understand our body; emotional intelligence, learning to feel emotions without being overwhelmed by them; perceptual intelligence, learning how our mind interprets and creates our experience of the world; and relational intelligence, learning how we connect with other people, our body, and with life itself. Most people were never taught these things, but they are very important for health, stress, relationships, and how we experience life. So the soundscapes and experiences are designed to help develop these intelligences step by step. After the four intelligences, we move into what we call the portals and chambers. The portals are deeper experiences, places where people often have insights, emotional shifts, or a deeper understanding of themselves. The chambers are about integration and fine tuning, learning how to live differently in everyday life, not just when you're here in a session. So the whole system is not just relaxation or stress relief. It is really a path of learning how to work with your own mind, body, and nervous system. One important thing to understand is that this is not something you do once and you're done. It's a process. Each time you come in, we help your nervous system shift into a more regulated state, and the body often continues adjusting a day or two afterwards. Over time, as you come in and experience these sessions, the body begins to remember these states. The nervous system starts to recognize what regulation feels like, and it becomes easier to return to it. So each month, we're helping your system move in a better direction over time. But the real progress happens when you begin to maintain that state between visits. That's why there are tools, soundscapes, and practices available so you can support your nervous system, your awareness, and your body in your everyday life. And when you come back, we don't start over. We continue moving forward. So, in simple terms, what we're doing here is not really about fixing people at all. It is about helping people reconnect with their own body, learning how to calm their nervous system, develop awareness, and learn how to support their own system. Because the body already knows how to regulate and heal, but most people were just never given the tools or the understanding or the support to allow that to happen naturally. And so that's really what this work is about. And if you're not local, no worries. There are also ways to work with this remotely using soundscapes, guided sessions, and supportive tools through Zoom. So go ahead and check out the remote section on the website. So wherever you are, you can begin learning how to support your own system and continue this work in your everyday life. Thank you for tuning in.